Check out a brand new book out right now called I'm Sorry This Apology Took So Long by author Tariq Nasheed. Now, this book is a personal chronicle of poetry written about this brother's journey towards finding love in his life, accepting himself, and embarking on his path towards forgiveness and renewal. And as you know, poetry is a way to speak from the heart, so this is a great book if you are a fan of poetry. Check out the book, I'm Sorry This Apology Took So Long, available right now on Amazon and Kindle.
You're sitting on the couch, Ashy. You're watching TV and your life is passing you by. Keep procrastinating over and over. Well, maybe I'll get my skin together next year or maybe next semester. No! Do it right now! It'll work with you after work, or you can use it before work. You can do whatever you need to do to use it. Go talk to somebody right now. They have to help you. You spend all day on the phone anyhow. Why don't you go to the website that's going to help you in your future? All you got to do is pick up the phone and go to www.ashkickin.com. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.
Shop Ash Kickin online at www.ashkickin.com.
Introducing MarketplaceDigitalProducts.com, your one-stop destination for premium digital products. Discover a world of digital possibilities right at your fingertips. But that's not all. We offer more than just products, with landing page, sales page with over 130,000 digital products, order page, and thank you page, all in one place. Purchase before Christmas and get one digital product added each month for the next 12 months. Visit MarketplaceDigitalProducts.com and take the first step towards digital success today. MarketplaceDigitalProducts.com. Elevate your digital world. Shop now.
Family, check out the brand new audiobook novel entitled Then the Earth Swallowed Them Whole, The Secret of Circular 3591. Now, this thriller novel is about a story that takes place in the 1940s deep in the sundown towns of Florida, where this mysterious document leak caused a bunch of chaos. You want to know what happened? Check out the audiobook. Go to Amazon.com and check it out right now, and be sure to follow the author, E.J. Wade, at official E.J. Wade on Instagram. Then the Earth Swallowed Them Whole, available right now on Amazon.
From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend, enriched with this legendary root, offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier, cultural choice.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tariq Radio. I went live a few minutes ago. There was some audio issue. There was a button that I didn't flip. Let me know if you guys can hear me fine now. If you guys are in the YouTube chat room, give me a thumbs up to let me know that you hear me fine and the audio is fine. Somebody want me to spit something? Want me to spit something? Want me to hit something? Want me to quit something? spitting hot fire like I'm supposed to do, doing all this and I'm going to do. I don't know what the fuck to say. Shit, I'm too old to be doing all this spitting. But I'm here. What's going on, man? I'm here. You guys can hear me good. That's good. All right, let everybody know that we're live. Let everybody know that we're live right now. We got a lot to talk about on today's broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and retweet this. Let everybody know that we are live right now, ladies and gentlemen. So look, let's take a real quick break while everybody's piling in the room. And when we come back, we're going to chop it up for real, ladies and gentlemen. So don't move a muscle.
Listen up, squares. You need to get the legendary book on game, The Art of Mackin', by author Tariq Nasheed. Available on Amazon right now. Can you dig it? This book has been a bestseller for 20 years, Jack. And the New York Times called it a classic. That means it's out of sight. So this book ain't for no lames who ain't trying to learn the game. Jive turkeys. So if you're ready to stop slacking in your mackin', get the Art of Mackin' book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble right now, sucker. Rated PG. That stands for plenty of game, jive chumps.
Are you looking for the perfect gift for the men in your life this holiday season? Do they have a conflict in the workplace? Are they subjected to unjust treatment at the job? Are they isolated and they wish for mentorship in the office? If so, look no further than The Black Man's Guide for Working in Corporate America by author Ken Woods. This is a comprehensive guide on how to navigate through the workplace, and it gives specific examples on problems that you might encounter. That's A Black Man's Guide for Working in Corporate America by Ken Woods, available right now on Amazon.
Greetings, kings and queens. I want to invite you over to my new online store, Reparations Now. Come check out all the awesome things we have. Hoodies, t-shirts, accessories, and more. If you're down with reparations and you want to get your cash and some respect, represent for the kings and queens. We have something over here for everybody. Right now, we have free shipping on all products, so visit reparationsnow.shop. Again, that's reparationsnow.shop.
Check out the brand new song entitled I Know by No Face, No Name. This was written by our good brother Tariq McKnight, and this is a nice, mellow, smooth R&B, Afro beats type of vibe that'll get you in the mood, and it's available right now on all streaming platforms, Amazon, iTunes, you know where to go. Check it out. I Know by No Face, No Name.
Family, are you tired of going from site to site looking for children's books? Go to drbirdybooks.com, where we already have over 100 children's ebooks. 100 children's ebooks? That's going to cost a few $100s. No, our ebooks start as low as $3.47 for a pack of 10 unique children's books. That's DRBIRDYBOOKS.com. Dr. Birdie Books.
Bro, stop playing and start spraying. Leave an op on the ground where you stand. At all costs, yeah, make sure you protect it. Ogun juice, the formula been tested. You can defend yourself. If you find that you need a little help, gotta stay ready. Ain't no love in the street. Pepper spray straight to the face, make them get weak. Get it at ogunjuice.com. If they thinking you slipping, then tell them to come get them some. If you packing this, you won't be lacking. A shot to the eye in them problems you having. Maximal strip, hit them haters on ground, so you can feel free when you out in the town. Ogun juice, and don't forget a shirt, man. You gotta stay ready, that evil on alert. Yeah.
Okay. You are now tuned into the legendary OG. Tariq Nasheed.
I want to apologize to all my friends
On Tariq Radio.
Where is Tariq getting all this cash?
Oh, we're in here. We're in here, ladies and gentlemen. We are in here. And I am your gracious host. My name is Tariq Nasheed. Glad to have y'all in here. How's my audio? I just want to make sure my audio is good, ladies and gentlemen. Out here in rainy Los Angeles. Where are my LA people? It's raining heavy out here in Los Angeles. Well, that rain is not a joke out here. But we're here, ladies and gentlemen, doing our thing. First of all, I got to thank everybody for getting the Rootwork deodorant. Boy, you guys have been stocking up on that like crazy. So shout out to everybody who's been stockpiling on their Rootwork, and shout out to everybody who got the Arutasase package. Arutasase season is here. We didn't send everybody's packages out, so you guys will definitely have your packages before the Arutasase holiday, which is December 24th. And then you can do your thing for Christmas and Kwanzaa, or whatever, Feliz Navidad, whatever you do. But the Arutasase packages are out there, ladies and gentlemen, and it's popping. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. By the way, new Bucci Bear episode coming up in a couple of days. Another Bucci Bear episode is coming up in a couple of days, ladies and gentlemen. I've been posting little clips and snippets of the new episode of Bucci Bear. There's a couple of folks got a little upset with this one. I posted this one. Let me find it real quick. Where is it? Let me find one clip I posted of Bucci Bear. And a couple of people got a little upset. So I'm telling y'all, this one is very ignorant. It's a very ignorant episode. I'm letting y'all know beforehand. Hold on. Here's a little clip of the new Bucci Bear episode. Hold on.
I haven't seen you around here in this neighborhood before. What's your name?
My name is Daquan Jackson. Daquan, it sounds like you have an accent. Where are you from? I'm Golagichi, nigga. That is where my accent is from.
All right. So that just gives you a little insight of the ignorance that we're going for. It's going to be very ignorant. All right. It's very lowbrow. I'm letting y'all know now. This is very lowbrow, ignorant comedy. It's a cold piece. Y'all, what's up, Richard? Our brother Richard Sudan is in the building over there in the UK. Y'all don't understand how ignorant this episode is. It's very offensive. It's very funny, though. It's very funny. All these scenarios are funny. Yeah, he's trying to be a tether, because y'all know how people be doing now. That's the new thing now, folks. A lot of tethers be trying to lie and say they're Gullah Geechee. That's why a lot of tethers kind of got mad. They were like, "Wook you, nigga." They were in the comments kind of mad. Oh God! If y'all listen, that's lightweight compared to the ignorance that's in this episode, family. Y'all better go to FBAstream.com. FBAstream.com. That's where you can watch it. It will be up this week. FBAstream.com. You will be the first to see the new Bucci Bear episode. This is a 20-minute episode, so it's relatively long. This is a full episode. And it's very, very funny. It's so funny. We hit a lot of people in this thing. This Bucci goes to court. It's funny when he's in court. The court scene, it's funny as hell. The courtroom scene is hilarious. All right. But listen, a lot of stuff we got to get into, ladies and gentlemen. How many folks we got in here? We got a couple of thousand in here. We need to get about 5,000-6,000 of these people up in here because we got a good broadcast we're going to do today, ladies and gentlemen. When we get to around 3,000 people, then I'm going to hop on camera with the family. I'll hop on camera with the family once we get that 3,000 mark. First thing, y'all heard about what's going on in Colorado. They took Trump off the ballot in Colorado. So when they have the presidential election in Colorado, they're saying they're not going to have Trump on there because of the insurrection that happened January 6th. They're saying that he instigated an insurrection. So that's grounds to remove him from the ballot. And there's some people who are up in arms about that. There's some people who feel a certain way about it. I'm neutral about a lot of stuff, but my thing is I'm looking at the Democrats and their desperation. Now, the Democrats are trying to act like, oh, it was the Republicans. It's the Republicans who instigated this. But no, let's be real. The Democrats are, co-signing this very, very heavy. This is something that, they're really co-signing heavy. They're doing whatever they can because they know Biden don't have a chance in hell. And what they don't want to show is the power of the black vote and how we are making Biden crash and burn. I want foundational black Americans to understand the power of you. Your vote is very important. And the fact that we're not supporting Biden, that's killing their asses right now. That's tearing them up. And the Democrats got to engage in a lot of desperate moves. And they don't want to say that thing overtly and out loud that it's black folks and their inaction that's whooping our asses right now. They think they're going to flood the zone with all of these immigrants. And that's not working because a lot of these immigrants come over here and start trying to identify with the white supremacists and they start voting Republican when they can. So a lot of this stuff is backfiring on these people. And they are getting very desperate. Now, again, I don't have the cape on for Trump. I don't because I'm waiting on Trump to really give us a solid offer for something. Now, Trump is out here talking about he's going to indemnify the police and all of this stuff. So that ain't looking too good, to be honest. A lot of people who want to put on a MAGA hat, we got to understand. No. Trump still has a white supremacist base that he has to pander to as well. Let's just be very clear. So I'm right there. I'm very neutral. I do not have on no cape for no Biden. I don't have on a cape for Trump. Somebody needs to come up off them tangibles. Who's talking reparations for real, for real? And the thing is, the Democrats, what they're trying to do now, they know we want them reparations. They know we're trying to get reparations, so now they're doing the reparations bait and switch. They just did this horse and pony show. They had Al Sharpton and a couple of other congressional black bootlicks out here with the governor of New York talking about a equity and racial justice thing about reparations. All right. Oh, we got over 3,000 in real quickly. All right. Well, let me hop on camera with the family. Let me do that. Boom. There it is. I'm here. What's going on, family? Tariq is here with the Rootwork sweater on right here. Ladies and gentlemen, while I'm here, I might as well show y'all some Rootwork. The best deodorant in the game right now. The best all-natural deodorant in the game. We got Citrus Charm, Mango Mojo, Biloxi Blueberry, and everybody's favorite, the Lucky Lavender. The Lucky Lavender Rootwork. The only foundational Black American themed deodorant on the market, ladies and gentlemen. And you need to get that right now. But listen, the Democrats are getting very desperate. And they understand what we're saying. They're listening to our words. And yeah, you want this, you can go to rootwork.com to get the hoodie. People asking about the hoodie. Rootwork.com. So now the Democrats, listen, I tell you this. I've been telling y'all, the Democrats sit up here and listen to our every word. They listen to us. And I'm not a fan of the Democrats. The Democrats, they practice the same type of anti-Black racism as everybody else. Let's be clear. Even in New York, we saw in New York what happened in the Jonathan Major case. That happened in New York, in a Democratic-run city, New York. Democrat-run state, New York. We saw what went down with Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors was found guilty for assault and harassment when dealing with that white woman. Family, Jonathan Majors is on video running from that white woman. And they were like, no, nigga, guilty, still guilty. We don't care if you were running away from her. We don't care if, Jonathan, you were the one who called the police. Remember, it was Jonathan who called the police on the white woman. Now he's guilty. He called the police on the white woman, ran from the white woman, and now he's guilty for harassment and assault. A big dent in his career. Marvel dropped him, which is funny because Marvel, the same Marvel who has Robert Downey Jr., brought him back in the game, and we know what Robert Downey Jr. was doing before he got back on top with Iron Man. Boy, Robert Downey Jr. was in and out of jail left and right all the time. Robert Downey Jr. was going to jail so much. Man, there was so many charges on that man. And they said, we don't care. He's a white man. We're going to put him back in the game, put him back on top. Yeah? But listen, the thing is, the white supremacists, they don't like to take L's. And they already took an L last week with Hannah Payne down there in Georgia when she killed our brother down there. When she killed Brother Kenneth, 62-year-old black man ran up on him, talking about a citizen's arrest my ass. She ran up on him and shot that brother point blank and murdered him cold blood. She was found guilty on all charges, got life in prison. You don't really see that when a white woman harms a black man. You don't see that. That's an anomaly. That's kind of rare. Yeah? You don't really see that. That's not supposed to go down. Oh, you didn't know that about Robert Downey Jr.? See, that's the thing. They don't really blow that up. When they talk about Robert Downey Jr., they don't tell you about all the dope and all the shit that he was doing out here in the streets of L.A. Oh, they don't remind you of that. See, when it's a black celebrity, a black actor, every time they mention him, just like Chris Brown, every time they mention Chris Brown, no matter what he does good, Chris Brown just went double platinum. And don't forget that he beat Rihanna a decade ago. They always got to remind you of that. Oh, yes, Robert Downey Jr. was in the streets heavy with that narcotic back in the day. Oh, yeah, Ezra Miller, all the charges on him. DC Comics stuck with him. You think? When White Daddy does something, oh, no. No. White Daddy just made a mistake. White Daddy just made a mistake. But a Negro, oh, you're running from a white woman? Well, you must have did something to her. You're guilty, nigga. But like I said, they didn't want to take 2 L's for white women, see? White supremacy, it's very important that white supremacist suspect women get to make accusations against black men that are punishable for black men. It's very important to maintain that system, to keep everybody on board. You see, with the white supremacist woman already feels powerless under the white supremacist male. So you have to keep what makes her stay on board. What makes her keep, what's making the white supremacist woman keep this ship sinking? What's keeping the ship keeping it floating for her? The white supremacist suspect woman has to have some kind of investment. What's in it for me if I keep this charade of white supremacy going? Well, part of the informal deal is, well, you get power over the Negro, especially the big Negro male. That's what we're going to give you. So whatever you say about him, we'll punish him. We'll be your little security guard. So yeah, you can exert infinite power over these Negroes no matter what happens. We're going to take your side. If you go on a date with a Negro and you have consensual sex with them, and then later on, 50 years later, you feel like you didn't want to consent, we got your back. Just like with Cosby. Yeah, we'll believe you. Yeah, 50 years ago, you let Bill Cosby smash. Well, we'll say it was rape and non-consensual. We'll punish him for you. See, that's the little janky deal that they give the white supremacist women. So if you attack a Negro male that you're smashing, because he shouldn't be smashing you anyway, because that's like warfare against white genetics. So if you feel like you want to turn on him, we'll be right there for you. We'll be right there for you. See, they got to have that little informal deal with the white supremacist women. And see, they took an L down there in Georgia when this suspected white supremacist woman killed that brother, because there was a lot of black people in the court system down there, or in the judicial system. And they got black judges, you got black jurors. So you got black people out there on the case. Shout out to Georgia. Yeah. So you had black people in the mix. That's why they like to keep black people off these juries. You see? So there were black folks in the mix. So they took an L with that. Just like with Amber Geiger. They took an L with Amber Geiger. Because a lot of us were out here on the scene making a lot of noise about Amber Geiger and the need for her to be punished for what she did. Yeah? Some people say they're not getting the alerts. Now, again, a lot of times, and I said this before, when we're exerting power on people, there are a lot of black folks who get scared of power and they start apologizing and they have to start comforting the white supremacists that you're giving the punishment to. Just like with Hannah Payne, they had some Negro friends of hers, quote unquote, talking about how she's not a racist and she's not a bad person. I played some clips the other day. She had a Dominican boyfriend who was trying to vouch for her, like, we don't give a damn about you. You probably more racist against black people than her. So they don't like taking those kind of L's. So they weren't going to take no L with Jonathan Majors. You know, that was a big fish they could get. This happened in New York. You understand? There was only one black juror on the Jonathan Major trial. I believe it. I believe that. Yeah. They were like, yeah, we cannot let the BS happen. And that one juror was probably a tether. You feel me? That one juror was probably a damn tether. You got to watch it when they say there's a black person or there's a person of color on the jury. That don't mean nothing. Are they FBA? Remember down in the Trayvon Martin case, they were talking about one of the black jurors and she was a tether. This is why we've been delineating and saying, hey, we need to know when we see a black face, who are these niggas? Who are they and where they're from? Yeah? We got to ask questions about everybody. Yeah? But in New York, boy, they went and did they're trying to pull a reparations bait and switch. They got, of all people, Al Sharpton out here talking about reparations. Now, they didn't send Al Sharpton. They didn't send Reverend Al with the Just For Me perm. And they sent him out here with some of the Boule bootlicks to talk about reparations. And they're patting themselves on the back talking about, oh, yes, look at what we got through. You didn't get anything through. This is basically another bait and switch. Where's the picture? Here's the photo op of it. This is Reverend Al's tweet. Hold on. Let me go here. All right. So this Reverend Al, I spoke at an event today where the Governor Kathy Hochul signed a bill aimed at giving reparations for slavery. Hochul said that by signing the bill, a commission will be created to study what reparations might look like, which is a nothing burger. Which is a nothing burger. They're not giving anything. Now, they're giving these immigrants who come into New York all types of resources, housing, job training. They're not studying a damn thing. All of the immigrants that's coming into New York, the illegals, they're not studying nothing. They're giving them stuff. All right? Now, let's go back and look at this image here. Now, let's look at some of these people. Let's look at some of the people that's around Al Sharpton. The light-skinned lady who's directly to Al's left, that's Michelle Salages. She's Haitian. All right? The woman in the green, that's Andrea Stewart Cousins. Her family, part of them, they're from St. Kitts. So she's part Caribbean. I don't know if the other part is, but I know for a fact she's part Caribbean. Part of her family comes from St. Kitts. The other dude with the bow tie, that's James Sanders. This is a Sambo who goes around talking about how black people who left the South to go to the North are immigrants too. These are the people that's standing around, so you know the fix is in. This is why we need to know who these bootlicks are, ladies and gentlemen. We need to know who the bootlick class, who they are. Let me play some clips of some of these people. All right. This is Carl Heasty. He's one of the guys standing up there next to Reverend Al, doing the whole reparations ain't just about a check now, doing that talking point. Hold on. Let me play some of the audio here. Hold on, because we're going to break some of this stuff down. Hold on.
And hopefully with the courage and I'd say in brevity that was showed in this, and, you know, I just want to say to our great governor, you know, in about 2011, before the Obamacare came in, I happened to have the privilege to be with President Obama.
Hold on, let me see if I skip
this conversation, like I said, in my conversations, and I'm going to thank when you look at slavery and its contributions to today's criminal justice system, to all of the inequities that we heard the governor and the great Reverend Al Sharpton and the majority leader speak out. These are structural things that have affected us and have put us behind. And so to have this conversation, like I said, in my conversations, and I'm gonna thank this great governor, this is not just about who we're gonna write a check to and what the amount is. It begins the conversation of one recognizing.
No, that is the conversation, nigga. No, it is. No. That is the conversation. What you talking about? That ain't the conversation, then what we talking about? You see? No, if finding out who to write the checks to is not what it's about, then it ain't about nothing. I'm not here to sit here and have a conversation and babble. Conversations are over. It's check writing time. No, they want to sit up and just drag us along and just have us listening to Boule Sambo babble. No, brother. No, it is about who you're going to write the checks to. That's exactly who it's, and the amount. So you got to watch them with all of that damn babble. They'll do a lot of babble and then throw the truth in there and then get to babbling some more. No, I don't want to hear hours of babble. Let's get to the numbers. Yes, it is about how much the check is going to be for foundational Black Americans. That's the only conversation. Hold on. Let me go back to some of his Sambo babble. What else are we talking about here? Hold on. Let me go back. Where we at? Got a lot of stuff up here. Hold on. All right, hold on.
Who we going to write a check to and what the amount is.
Let me go back.
When you look at slavery and its contributions to today's criminal justice system, to all of the inequities that we heard the governor and the great Reverend Al Sharpton and the majority leader speak out. These are structural things that have affected us and have put us behind. And so to have this conversation, like I said, in my conversations, and I'm gonna thank this great governor, this is not just about who we're gonna write a check to and what the amount is. It begins the conversation of one recognizing the issues that affected Black people and descendants of slaves in this state.
Yeah, taking money from us, having us work for free and not paying us.
You know, New York is known as the Empire State for a number of reasons, and one is because sometimes as New York goes, the country goes. And I think at some point this country needs to recognize what was done to people.
Okay, pay us. Recognize a payment. Let's not play that game. We need to recognize a damn payment. That's what it boils down to. Now, that dude, oh boy, this guy is... this dude, James Sanders, this dude is a piece of work. Now, James Sanders, he's up there with Al Sharpton. Let me play him. This guy's a piece of work. Now, these guys are trying to compare us to immigrants because, see, what they want to do, family, what they want to do, they want to tie immigrants into this thing heavy. See, this is the trick bag here. So if we were to get reparations, this is their way of tying immigrants to it somehow, which is going to dilute it and mess it up for us. It's going to be another affirmative action program where everybody gets something off our backs and our suffering and we don't get anything. All right? So listen to this. This is James Sanders Jr. Now listen to this Sambo babble. All right, listen to this. Hold on one second.
Here today, if I don't name you, forgive me. I would be remiss if I did not say that I'm here because my sharecropper father and my domestic worker mother, we fled a tyranny. We fled a terror. We fled an unjust government that was working on terrorism, and I am an immigrant. I'm the first generation. We fled the South. We fled all of those folk who were doing horrible things to us. I feel good when I saw Frederick Douglass.
Okay, nigga. Okay. Now, these people have been watching us in our spaces. That's them watching us, and we clowning the tethers for fleeing, because we've heard this talking point in a lot of our spaces. They send these Democratic shills in here to talk about, well, y'all fled from the South. That's coming from them. Nigga, we ain't fled from nothing. We didn't flee from one government to another. It's the same government. That's not fleeing, fool. We didn't flee anything. Black folks and most black people are still in the South, fool. We didn't flee the South. Many of us are still in the South. We still have ties to the South. We didn't flee the damn South. We went and exercised our right to live and extend ourselves in the country in which we are citizens of, in which we pay taxes. We fought to exercise our rights in our country. That ain't fleeing. That is the opposite of fleeing. We stood and fought for the right to live and get liberty in the country in which we pay taxes and we're citizens of. That's the opposite of fleeing. Stupid fool. What kind of coon talk is that? We didn't flee from tyranny and go to a different government. What is he talking about? These people are insane. We didn't go to a separate government. The same government that was in the North was the same government in the South. The same racial riots that happened in the South happened in the North. Most of the racial riots happened in the North. The same National Guard that was swooping down on black people in the South, that was the same exact National Guard that was swooping down on black people in the North. We had to fight them in the North too. We didn't flee, nigga. We were fighting the National Guard all over this country. We were fighting the National Guard here in Los Angeles, fighting them on the East Coast, fighting them in the North, fighting them in the South. Flee from what? Who were we fleeing from? We were dealing with the same government. Don't let these Negroes act like we went to the North and that was some kind of safe zone utopia. Most of the sundown towns are in the North. Most of the places where black people couldn't be after 6 o'clock was in the North. Go get the book Sundown Towns. They talk about that. Most of the sundown towns per capita are in the state of Illinois. Illinois has a bunch of sundown towns where black people couldn't even go after 6 o'clock. Anna, Illinois, look that up. Boy, Anna, Illinois had a bell, and I think they still have a bell that they would ring at 6 o'clock, meaning black people had to be off the streets. And Anna, the acronym they gave it was Ain't No Niggas Allowed. Man, please. We escaped tyranny. Boy, these folks like to try to rewrite history like it's crazy. The North was practicing the same type of anti-black racism, dude. Don't let these people try to sit up here and compare us to fleeing people. We didn't flee nothing. We stood 10 toes down. We stood 10 toes down. Shout out to Cairo, Illinois. Cairo, Illinois, man, they were Cairo, Illinois, and it's spelled Cairo, but they pronounce it Cairo. Dude, somebody said Palmdale was a sundown town. Dude, Glendale was a sundown town. Hawthorne, California was a sundown town. Truth be told, low-key, Glendale is still kind of a low-key sundown town. You think? But yeah, many of those sundown towns were in the North. Many of them were out here. What was that place in Northern California where they wouldn't let black people live and the shit burned down? What was that town, guys? It burned down a couple of years ago, all those forest fires. What was that town in California? It's up there in Northern California, and they kept all the black people out. Help me, black people. My California people, what is that city up there? Oh, I can't think of it right now. So yeah, somebody said Compton was a sundown town at one point. Where are my California people? What is that town up there in Northern California? Was it Paradise? Yeah. Paradise. Yeah, nigga, Oregon was a whole sundown state at one point. Dude, black people couldn't even live in Oregon, until the 1920s? Yeah, Paradise. Yeah, and that shit burned down. Don't let these people talk about the tyranny of the South. Like Malcolm X said, anything under Canada is the South. Everything below Canada is the South. They love to try to put that shit on just the South. And everything else was some kind of racial utopia. No, it wasn't. At all. Most of them damn sundown towns were in northern cities. That's why in the North, the narrative that we had to be home before the street lights came on, that was prominent in northern cities. Some of the big racial riots happened in the North, in Chicago. 1919, there was a big riot up there in Chicago. Remember when Dr. King went up there to Cicero? He was like, man, these white supremacists up here are different. They worse than the ones down south. Remember Dr. King, they were throwing bricks and shit at Dr. King. That was in Illinois. That footage of Dr. King ducking bricks, that's in the damn North. Don't get it twisted. Don't you sit your ass up here and try to make it seem like it was some kind of racial utopia up there in a safe zone for us. It was unsafe for us all over, but we looked out for ourselves. Up there, they just had jobs after the war economy popped off. So there were jobs, so hey, let's go up there and get some of them jobs. When we're escaping tyranny, the hell out of here. Man, please. But, oh yeah. That stuff that was happening to Dr. King and all, that was up there in the North. So these people are really trying to do a bait and switch, and we're not going for it. We're not going for the bait and switch con game. That ain't gonna happen. But yeah, we don't flee. No. Don't you dare sit up and say we fled, because the thing is, we went back and forth from the North and the South. Let's don't get this shit twisted. Our families would go back and forth. Sometimes we go live up there in the North in the summer, go back down in the South in the summer. We were back and forth, dude. Weren't fleeing from nothing. Our families went back and forth. My family. Sometimes we lived in the North. Sometimes we lived down in Alabama. We would always go back and forth. Me, I was born in Detroit. I lived up there for a few years. Then I went back down and lived in Alabama. Then in the summer, I'd go back up there to stay with my aunt up there in Detroit. Then go back down. So we would go back and forth. Nobody escaping no damn tyranny. The tyranny was all over. The tyranny was all over. Let's not act like in Detroit in the 1960s, 67, they had a big race riot up there, the National Guard all up there in Detroit. My mom them was up there when all that shit was going on. Come on, my Detroit people, y'all know what it is? Well, them National Guards was all up and down the streets up there in Detroit in the 1960s. What tyranny did we escape? We had to deal with that. Did y'all see Power, Raising Canaan? There was a great scene on Power, Raising Canaan. And let me tell you something, the writers of Raising Canaan, and even they watch us, they watch us, they watch the show. Courtney Kemp, who's the producer and the creator of Power, she follows me on Twitter. So they watch and they listen. There was a powerful scene on the last episode of Raising Canaan, and you can tell they're listening to us. You dig? This was a powerful scene. And this is fair use because I'm doing commentary, so I don't want no strike on this thing, but this is fair use. Look at this scene here. This is a powerful scene. I want y'all to hear this. All right. This was on Raising Canaan this week. Listen to this. Speaking of fleeing, hold on.
Someone painted the walls with your people out in Newark. You're alone.
Well, as you can see, I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. You see, when shit get real for me, I don't run. I don't get on no raft or no inner tube. Woo! Whatever the fuck it is you throw the hair on. Woo! I stay in my fucking war. I stand and I fight.
Woo! Powerful scene right there. Oh, that scene. And ironically, the actor, the Joey Badass, I think he's Caribbean, but the character is FBA. All right? Like, yeah, we don't run. We don't flee. We don't get on no inner tube and flee. We stay and we fight. See, they hate that we talk like that. See, they don't like that our energy is that right now. See, that's why they had that Sambo sit up there talking about we fled from the South. Nigga, no, we didn't. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to make us comparable to immigrants. We're not. We're not immigrants. Not in any sense of the damn word. We're not. Not even remotely close. Yeah? Not even remotely close. And again, that was a powerful scene right there. People are watching our language. See, this is why it's important that the grassroots, we take control of the dialogue. Yeah, Joey Bader, he's Jamaican, but yeah, he supports. Yeah, so he's a rider. Shout out to him. But yeah, these folks, they watch. They're watching us. And shout out to Courtney Kemp and the cast and crew and the staff of Power. And Brother London Brown, who plays Marvin on Power, on Raising Canaan. That's the homie. He performs at the museum. You know, he's a comedian. London Brown is a comedian. Funny as hell, too. London Brown, he plays a gangster on Raising Canaan, but he's very funny. And he's performed at the Hidden History Museum a few times. Very funny. Came in, killed it, tore it down. So yeah, the producers and the actors, they're all down. Yeah? But family, there's always this need and this desire to try to, from the dominant society, to try to minimize us and our contributions and make us comparable to all these other groups. And now that we're delineating and we're saying, no, we need specific things for our specific group. We're not like these other groups. They're not owed what we're owed. They didn't fight how we fought. So we need something different. We need something exceptional and unique for us. You dig? And people keep trying to remove us from our culture. They keep trying to make us foreigners on our own land. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get it twisted. This is our land. This is our land, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let these folks try to remix the game. This is our homeland. Everything, this is why every musical contribution we do, they try to tack it on to something else. Well, hip hop was black and Latino. It was the Latin drum. Get the hell out of my face. Family, and I told people what they were doing with the hip hop conversation. That's why we're doing the movie Microphone Check. We're working very hard on Microphone Check. And I told people, listen, the lies that they're doing about hip hop, it's not going to stop with hip hop, family. It ain't about just hip hop. It's about our foundational Black American culture and them taking it away from us and making it seem like we're invisible. Every music contribution, they try to make it seem like we got it from somebody else. Family, CNN, and it's coming from the dominant society. Let me show y'all what CNN did. CNN, they sat up here and said, family, that American blues music, that foundational Black Americans who were enslaved created. I'm trying to figure out the logic in this. Family, we created blues music, the genre of blues, during slavery in the 1860s. These folks are trying to say that the blues was inspired from Moroccan music. Music that helped inspire the American blues. They're trying to say, family, we got blues music. It was inspired by music in Morocco. How? How in the hell would we get access to some Moroccan music? That makes zero sense. Let me play this clip. How would we get access? What are they blue about? How would we even get access to some damn Moroccan music? They just say stuff and they'll figure out how to connect the lie later. That's beyond a reach. They haven't even, they're just, let me just throw some shit on the wall and then I'll figure out how to make the lie make sense later. That makes no sense whatsoever. But hell, let me play the clip. I haven't even seen the whole clip here, but let me see this clip and see how they kind of explain it. I don't even know the logic in this nonsense. Lord, hold on one second. Hold on. Motown? What? Nothing on there looked anything like some damn Motown. Motown? If you don't stop, these people jumping up and down ain't got nothing to do with no damn Motown. If you don't stop, that don't sound like nothing we were doing. These people just jumping up and down. They talking about, ooh, this look like Motown. No, it don't. These people have lost their damn minds. They've lost their damn minds, family. Hold on. If they don't damn stop, the reach. Hold on, man. Lord.
Steps that reminded us of Motown. Deep knee drops that James Brown would envy.
That James Brown would envy if you don't stop. Do y'all hear? We don't sound nothing like this. Boy, what kind of reach is this? This sounds nothing like what we do. Literally nothing. Literally nothing like what we do. Literally nothing like it. This is a bunch of oh boy. So they done got Sambo to sit here and lie for them. No, none of that is the same. I don't know what none of that is. We don't do none of that. None of that is even remotely the same. But these folks are desperate, man. Yeah, suggesting hypnosis. Yeah, these people are desperate. We got to watch these folks. This is why, family, it's so important to gatekeep the culture. It's important to claim our culture, to say, hey, this is foundational Black American culture, because we've got this kumbaya, all lives matter nonsense, and we let people come along and take our culture and then share it, and then ultimately they start turning around saying, we got it from them. And that's a problem. You dig? So we got to be very careful about that, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of folks in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to the family in here. We're in here heavy. Speaking of music and blues, did y'all see Anita Baker out here showing out? Anita Baker did some concerts. She was down in Dallas, and boy, Anita Baker, some people said she might have had a little something to drink. I don't know. But Anita Baker was just kind of snapping on audience members. A lot of people were complaining that Anita Baker was being rude to people in the audience. Is Anita all right? Is Anita Baker okay? Hold on, let me play some of the clips of Anita. Anita was telling people don't film her, and I don't know what was going on with Anita Baker. I like Anita Baker. I grew up on Anita Baker, but yeah, Anita Baker was kind of flipping out a little bit. Let me play some of these clips. Is Anita Baker okay? Hold on one second, because Anita was snapping on folks. Hold on, let me expand this. Oh, how can I expand this? Hold on. Okay, let me hold on. Let me get it right. Okay. They said she was super rude to the fans. Hold on. This is Anita Baker. Hold on. So yeah, Anita Baker was having folks thrown out.
Auntie Anita was cutting up at the Houston show. Auntie Anita was cutting up.
Yeah, Anita was up here throwing people out and all types of stuff. What's going with her? Hold on. Anita was snapping. What was that about? Was she a little tipsy? I would be pissed off. I'm in the front row. I done paid a few $100s, and he had me thrown out. I'd be pissed off. I'm like, somebody's gonna sing something. Was she drinking a little bit? What was going on? They said the Dallas show was cool, but the Houston show, she's singing and cussing people out. It's crazy. Maybe I don't know. She said don't record her. But yeah, okay, but that's part of the game. I look. Because I know there's some artists that don't want to be recorded. I know at the Prince concert, boy, if you record, Prince had people run up on you and, hey, let's get that camera down. Yeah, they didn't let you record at the Prince concerts. But Anita was, oh, so long, missing you, baby. Turn that goddamn camera off. She's cursing people out in mid-song. I got the same old love. Stop filming me, bitch. I mean, she's cursing people out in mid-song. You bring me in. Motherfucker, don't film me now. I don't play that. Baby, bitch. Don't film me now. Security. You're my motherfuckers. I told you, don't. Security, get this bitch. Ooh. Hey, ho. Don't film me now. You got that, don't flash in my face, bitch. Are you cursing people out mid-song? Lord. Anita was going off. Lord. But God bless Anita Baker. I hope she's going to be all right. I hope she's going to be okay. But anyway, man, let me get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. She got Tourette's. But anyway, man, let me get out of here. Look, a new episode of Bucci Bear coming up later this week. Y'all go to FBAstream.com to get on down with that Bucci Bear energy, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very funny episode of Bucci Bear. FBAstream.com. And don't forget to go to rootworkstyle.com. Get your Rootwork deodorant. We got 6 different scents that you're going to love at rootworkstyle.com, ladies and gentlemen. rootworkstyle.com. All right? Anyway, guys, Papi Akute, Lala Vuve to the family. Y'all have a great